Hey YouTube, this is Zuler Official, and today we'll be doing another video review. So as you can see, we'll be talking about an old classic. If you guys don't already know, the game is called Stratego. This game is celebrating its 50th anniversary, as you can see in the box. And the game, if you do know the game, this is a remake. It's using modern weapons and modern soldiers. In the old game, you guys know Stratego as a bunch of, like, I don't know, American history soldiers with the fluffy hats and their really old rifles. But Stratego has made a new game, and as you can see, you have different type of soldiers, pieces, but of course, the objective is still the same. As you can see, the set, it did come with stickers and these stands. I mean, one annoying thing was that I did have to place on all of the stickers. And if you do look over, there are a lot of stands. So that was very annoying, but you know, after a while you just kind of get into the rhythm and put on a bunch of stickers. So you have your board game, you have your, of course, pieces, and you have your instruction manual. The instruction manual is not a pamphlet, it's just a kind of like in a brochure style. You have your three sides, but you have one section in each side of the paper. It just teaches you basic gameplay. If you already know how to play Stratego, it's the exact same thing except different characters. If you don't know how to play Stratego, I would recommend reading this. Not too long, just skim through it. Nothing really hard much. So the instruction manual, pretty easy to read. And it tells you, for instance, the abilities of certain characters. And of course you have your how to play guide. So before I teach you how to play Stratego, if you are watching the video and you don't know how to play, I wanted to go through the characters and some of their abilities. So as you can see here, these are certain characters, and you have course pieces that you can use within the game. So first, let's go through the basics. You have your flag. Now, the flag is the main part of the game. It's like the king in chess. If this thing gets eliminated, for instance, if another character on the opposite team attacks your flag, then you automatically lose. Doesn't matter the level, it doesn't matter what it is. For instance, it could be a miner, a scout. Anything can attack the flag except bombs, because bombs cannot move. So the whole point of the game is to get rid of the flag. Another piece that is not a character is your bomb. Now, like I said, your bomb is stationary. It cannot move. Once placed in the beginning setup of the game, you have to leave it there throughout the entire game. Now, the thing with Stratego is, for instance, if I placed my characters along this side, and then I had my opposing blue team on the other side, you can't see what your opponent has. So, if you place down a bomb, the opposing team will not know where you placed it, and you could fake it as if it was a real character, and you can make someone run into the bomb. And, of course, they would blow up and then maybe not escape. And here we have your characters. The only character here that actually will survive a bomb attack is the first one I will be introducing, the miner. Now, the miner can run into a bomb, and if, for instance, the miner does hit a bomb, your opponent will have to reveal what his or her piece is, and the miner will defuse the bomb before it blows up. Therefore, your character will not die, but of course you have other pieces that cannot, defuse the bomb. So the number 3 miner is a special ability mine diffuser. You have a spy. Now, what's really cool about the game is in the old Stratego they also had spies, and of course in this game you have a new spy. He does have the same abilities. He does look pretty cool with his pistol. And the reason you have spies is a spy can have as much points as possible. Now, as you see at the top right-hand corner, you have a number. This piece has a 1. If you look at the spy, you'll notice that there's an S. Now, the S just stands for spy, of course, and that could represent from a 1 all the way to a 9. So a spy can attack any piece, but because the spy doesn't have a number, its defense is also extremely weak, meaning that the lowest piece, for instance a 1, could attack a spy and it would die. So spies have really high attack points, but at the same time their defense is really low. Now here we have our scout. Our scout is a special piece. It's kind of like you can just move wherever throughout the board except the water pieces. As you can see here, this is a 1. It's obviously not a scout. Any other piece besides the scout has to move across the board through a 1 space. But a scout could zoom across the board in just 1 turn. So that's a scout's ability. It can just move wherever it wants without taking up only 1 space. And last but not least, we have our spotter. Now, a spotter is, of course, a really weak unit. It's only 1 attack, 1 defense. So, for instance, if I attacked a 2, that would obviously mean that my scouter would beat the spotter. But before you attack, you can gamble with the spotter. And what I mean is before you attack a piece, you can tell your opponent that you're spotting, and you can guess what number that piece is. If you guess it correctly, your spotter will capture the piece, and you will not lose your spotter. But if you guess incorrectly, then nothing will happen. But if you guess incorrectly, then you'll have to flip over your piece, and that can reveal that you had a spotter, and then your opponent will know that it's only a 1 piece, not much of a threat. Now that's all of the units that have special abilities, and now we're going to move into the gameplay. So I've already gone through the objective of the game, which is of course capturing the flag, and I've also gone through some of the special abilities that some of the pieces have. So now I'm going to go through, for instance, rolling your turn, moving your pieces, and attacking other pieces. So the rule for moving is whoever starts first can move their piece. Now, of course, you can move your piece only 1 space. Of course, like I said before, a scouter can move as far as he wants to. And that's pretty much it for moving. You just move up 1 space. You can't move your bombs, you can't move your flag, and you can move your scouter any distance you want to, and every other piece 1 space at a time. And of course, your attacking rules. Your attacking rules are extremely simple. Right now my sister Bernadette has a level 10, and I have a level 1. If she attacks me, and of course I have to accept the challenge, we both flip over our pieces, and whoever has the higher number wins. After that turn is over, you cannot flip your piece back. You have to leave it. And my piece will get discarded, and I cannot use that anymore. And that's pretty much it for the basic gameplay rules. If you really wanted to know, there aren't many other specific rules that you have to know. Other than that, your special pieces can do certain things. Your certain other pieces, for instance higher ranked numbers, can destroy lower ranked numbers. And of course you cannot go through craters. As you can see, the craters, it's a little hard to see, but the craters do not have any green spaces over them, which obviously means that you cannot cross that borderline. And that's pretty much it for attacking and moving. Okay, so now that you guys know all the rules, the player's special abilities and how to win the game. My sister and I are just going to go through a couple of steps. We're not going to go through the entire game of what it's like to play Stratego. So I'm going to take the first move, and I'm going to move one of my pieces forward. My sister is also going to move one of her pieces forward, and now I'm going to attack her piece. So we both have to flip over our pieces, and right now my sister has a 7 and I just used a number 2. So obviously my sister wins this battle. I'll face down my discarded piece, and it will be her turn. She moves over, I'll take a piece and move over. She goes forward, and I'll go back. Again, my sister will go through another battle. I have a 3, she has a 7, obviously she wins. Okay, so as you can see, this is a strategic move by my sister. She has trapped my piece. She already knew that when I moved back, it could be a lower piece, but at the same time, I could be tricking her. Unfortunately, she's going to take the attack. And this time, she was correct. It was only a level 2. So she can keep her level 7, but it wasn't really smart for her to go through because I attacked her with the spy. Like I said before, the spies have as high of attack as they want, but their main objective is to get rid of the marshal, which is the level 10. But at the same time, your spy can easily get killed by a scouter or any other piece. Again, my sister attacks. Mine is a level 6. Hers is only a level 2 scouter. I'll take the victory this time. Again, attack, a level 3. So that's pretty much the basic gameplay. Now, before we end the game, Brett, can you move your piece forward? I just want to show them the bomb. So my sister already knows it's a bomb, but for instance, I'll move again, she'll attack, and I already said it was a bomb. She has a level 6, and what happens is you don't just leave the bomb there and you flip it over. You'll take the bomb and you'll discard it. So both the bomb and the attacking piece, of course, die. Unless it was a level 3, my sister would have defused the bomb, but unfortunately it was level 6 this time, and her player got destroyed. So that's pretty much the basic gameplay. You will just end up playing all the way until I capture the flag, or if she captures the flag, and after the game's over, you know, whoever takes the flag can just have bragging rights. So that's pretty much it for Stratego. It's a very fun, basic game to play, and it is definitely a fun, classic game. Thank you for watching.